Alright, what's kind of funny is that I should have made this before seeing Dominion, but with me not now having seen Dominion, what's the point of even making these reviews? I don't know, but I don't give a crap. So yeah, if you've not seen my movie vlog for Jurassic World Dominion, yes, I have seen the movie in IMAX, and I was supposed to make this video, all of my review for Fallen Kingdom, yesterday. Sadly, I could not because I was editing another video. I explained it in my movie vlog, so be sure to check that out if you haven't. But yeah, before I even talk about Dominion, it's time that I talk about Jurassic World, but also Fallen Kingdom, which this was a dumb movie review, but I didn't make a thumbnail for a dumb movie review, plus I would rather just do it separately, so yeah. Anyways, let's get started. So let me say this right off the bat. The best thing about yesterday was that I got to watch 3 Jurassic World movies in one day. I feel good. I feel so good about myself about that. Well, now let's talk about Jurassic World that came out in theaters 2015, which I saw 3 times in the theater. Yeah, I saw Jurassic World 3 times in the theater. I don't know what were the most times I saw the movie, but I think the most times I saw a movie in theaters for a movie was probably Jurassic World, where I saw that 3 times. But there could be other movies where I saw it 3 times or something. I don't know, but yeah, I saw Jurassic World. As I mentioned in my movie vlog, I saw Jurassic World 3 times in theaters. 1, I guess, possibly with my grandparents, and I guess 2 with my dad. And one of those times would be, I think the 3rd time was with Jose Carlos, who we did visit recently, but I'm surprised I didn't get him on camera or even took pictures with him. Which actually there is a picture that we all took before we left, but still, it was around when we were. It was around when I was on vacation, or around, I guess, first 2 weeks. Just basically a week ago, I guess. And just know this, every time I see a Jurassic Park or World movie, I am always going to be traumatized with the dinosaur, just basically the dinosaurs eating people, because that's what scares me the most about these things. Like, these dinosaurs are still scary to me, but the deaths in here, oh, I think they're a lot worse from what I saw in the Jurassic Park trilogy. Since that we're in the modern age and we could basically CGI dinosaurs and they look all good and all that, I mean, they still look good in Jurassic Park movies, but like, that's just the old movies. These are like the new modern movies, but like, just the way these characters died, especially when most of them are getting eaten by the Indominus. Oh, it was terrifying, and it scarred me for life, especially when they were showing some blood sequences going on. Let's speak about the Indominus Rex. I'm not going to beat around the bush. You should know, I'm a sucker for the Indominus Rex. I mentioned Indominus Rex a couple of times in my Camp Cretaceous videos. I was even hyped up to know that, oh my god, the Indominus is coming back. And animation for it, and when I think about it, Camp Cretaceous is basically a prequel / a sequel, because the first season is a prequel, and then actually no, basically the entire series is just a prequel when I think about it, because you know, even though this showed some events of Fallen Kingdom, that just confirms that, oh wait, that basically that opening sequence was taking place in 2015, and that the rest of the movie is taking place in 2018. So pretty much Camp Cretaceous is a freaking prequel, and I'm not talking about Camp Cretaceous. I am going to talk about that most likely tomorrow. But yeah, I've been wondering what was the big bad dinosaur. Like, they've been teasing with these trailers, and I'm just like, okay, I want to see the reveal. And I like having these reveals, whether they reveal it in the trailer or in the movie, just depending how you want it to be revealed, whether it's in the trailer or in the movie. But in the second trailer, which you saw, if you've seen my video where I was reacting to all the trailers, I was like, I basically showed, like, just basically that money shot where it showed the Indominus. I'm like, oh, like, my reaction for that, I was just satisfied just seeing what that was, but like, I was obsessed with the Indominus Rex, and I still am to this day. It is one of my favorite hybrids / dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park franchise. I mean, T-Rex will always be my favorite, but like, the Indominus is just something else, man. And speaking about the Indominus, there's a Lego set, which would be the Indominus Breakout. I want that set so bad. And here's an issue I have with old Lego sets. Why do they have to be more expensive? They weren't that expensive back then. Like, hold on, I have that on my on my computer on Amazon. Right now, when I'm looking, the Lego Jurassic World Indominus Breakout set cost $625. From when I last checked, there was only one in stock, which there's now multiple in stock, I guess. I want this set so bad. I had been begging my parents to get me this set. I could not stop begging them. And if they just got me the Lego set, it wouldn't be $600 by now. Yeah, it would have been $100 back then, like how the Indoraptor, but also the Big Bad Dino for Jurassic World Dominion, which I cannot pronounce the Big Bad Dino's name, so I'm just going to call it GG. Not like GG's when you play Fortnite, just GG, G-I-G-I. But still, they're $100, but like, if they bought this, they would have had to just burn $100, but it's if I could spend my savings, but I don't even have $600. I only have $200, and then I'm only going to be spending my savings by the time I have $1,000, but just... I still want this Lego set so bad. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I'm going to get this set, and when I do, I'll be sure to record a video of it. Hell, I'll even live stream it on Twitch, just me building the damn set. But yeah, you could say that the Indominus Rex was like the best part of this entire movie, which, yeah, the Indominus Rex was the best part of this entire movie, even though that thing was freaking terrifying, and it scarred me as a kid, because, like, I was like, hold on, I'm gonna do this right. So, if I were 13 in 2019, I'd be 11 in 2017, and then for 15, I'd be 9 years old around when this came out. Yeah, I was 9 years old when this came out. I was pretty much still a kid at the time. And, yeah, the Indominus Rex still scarred me, and it basically traumatized me. Not only the deaths traumatized me, but this hybrid dinosaur traumatized me. It was scary, but I freaking was obsessed with the Indominus Rex, and I still am to this day. Anyway, since I mentioned about my thoughts on, is it a good idea to have a park filled with dinosaurs? In this movie, we actually see how that plays out, because in the first Jurassic Park, we just basically had tourists just basically review, like, basically, John Hammond invited some people to see, basically review the park before he could have it public next month, I guess, from what I remember watching the first movie, but the park is actually up and running, which I'm, like, wondering, okay, so whose idea was it to make Jurassic World, and how are they able to manage all this with all the dinosaurs kind of being loose on the islands? I still got questions with how they turned it into an official park, but still, it's an up and running park, which seems fun, but if you remember what I said in my last review, in my Jurassic Park review, basically just basically, I mean, everything was all good and all until the Indominus stopped Big Brain and decided to just scratch the walls, fool everybody, camouflage, but hide from thermal technology, which is insane. This Indominus Rex is insane, and I think it's probably one of the best. I agree to disagree. I think the Indominus Rex is one of the best big bad dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park franchise. Yeah, well, I'm gonna mention this. I would mention this in my Fallen Kingdom review, but I'm just gonna mention it anyways. Even if the Indominus Rex didn't break out and basically everything all went to shit, the park along with the island would have been destroyed either way, because in like 4 years, around 2015, the island would have been exploded. Actually, no, 3 years. Actually, probably 3 years is the right word, but still, in 3 years, the volcano would have erupted, and the island, along with the park, would have been destroyed, and they would have had to start from scratch. But I guess we could think down this for just, I guess, destroying the park, because just, it's not a good idea to be messing with nature. Just let nature take its course. Don't let men interfere with it, because just, I guess there'll be consequences. But yeah, I'm just surprised that there's a park actually running in this movie. But anyways, now my thoughts with the new characters, since I figured this was technically a reboot. Actually, I didn't know anything about reboots, so I was just surprised that on my thoughts, before I just talk about my thoughts on the new characters, but also the human villain, let's talk about how I reacted to Universal Studios making another Jurassic Park movie. Now, I saw a teaser. I could remember some bits. It's been like, I guess, it's been like 7 years since. Actually, there's 7 or 8 years, because I don't know when was the first teaser released, but like I was honestly surprised they were making another another Jurassic Park movie. And as I saw the teaser trailer, yeah, it kind of scared me. And I'm like, oh god, am I even interested in this? Which I was gonna see this either way, because it's kind of, there's like the logo and everything. It's like, okay, so this is technically a Jurassic Park movie, but why is it titled Jurassic World? That's interesting, but like, I was just surprised that they're making another Jurassic World. Not Jurassic World, like, I'm too used to saying Jurassic World, because that's technically what it is right now. It's technically a Jurassic Park franchise, but right now it's currently just titled Jurassic World. So, I was just surprised that they were making another Jurassic Park movie, and just mind-blowing. Hey, glad to know that this ain't a reboot, which, now that the epic conclusion has concluded with Jurassic World Dominion, are they gonna reboot the franchise? I don't know, it's just a dumb thought I have, now that I think about it. Anyways, on with my thoughts with the new characters, which the main leads are, Owen Grady, Claire Dearing, along with her nephews, who are currently just... I mean, I wouldn't say that they're stranded on this island, which, actually, that's something different that I did enjoy about Jurassic World. We're not stranded on an island, because the park is up and running, but it all goes to the disaster in the next couple of... and I guess the next 30 minutes or so. And now he's gotta get off the island. I mean, first they try to just fix the situation, but when things just get worse, now, yeah, we have to evacuate the island. I don't know about thinking who's like my most favorite character. I mean, it's probably Owen Grant, but I enjoy Owen Grady as well. I guess my two most main favorite characters of mine is Alan Grant, but also Owen Grady. But here's a dumb thought I had as a kid. Through the TV spot they were showing with Bryce Dallas Howard's character, Claire, I figured the way they were showing her in the footage with the TV spots, I figured, like, is she possibly a bad guy or something? Oh, glad to know she ain't, because, I mean, just, I don't know. I was a kid back then. I was not very smart as I am right now. Basically, I just didn't understand much back then. But rewatching Jurassic World, there were some parts I then understood. Like, for example, when Owen Grady says that thing out there that ain't no dinosaur, I'm like, what are you talking about? That thing is a dinosaur. It's basically a T-Rex, only bigger, scarier, and badder. But now rewatching it and seeing the Indominus Rex just go full on a rampage, but also unleash absolute maximum carnage on the park. Yeah, that thing ain't no dinosaur. But here's something I did mention in my Jurassic Park review, I think. That was Vincent D'Onofrio in this movie. I did not know who Vincent D'Onofrio was until I guess around 2021 with, you know, Hawkeye and everything. There was rumors going around and Kingpin would be appearing in Hawkeye, which, guess what, Kingpin does appear in Hawkeye. But here's something, I mean, I've seen, you know, Daredevil stuff, and I'm just like, I've heard about it, never watched it. I was not into the Marvel shows, not that I wasn't interested, I was interested, just couldn't be able to get to watch them. Not because my parents wouldn't let me, I just don't know what was up with me at the time, but just, there was something familiar with him, like, you know, I feel like I know this guy. Basically, I was having that same reaction as Valkyrie and Bruce Banner were having with each other in Thor Ragnarok. And I should know something was up, because, with me now knowing Kingpin and Vincent D'Onofrio, I find out that, oh my god, you're telling me Vincent D'Onofrio was in Jurassic World? But what's also weird is that I barely recognize him now. I can now recognize who he is without the mustache, but like, I could not tell because of the mustache and the voice. The voice! Huh? Alright, that was a weird face impression I did there, but I'm just surprised to know that Vincent D'Onofrio was in this movie, and I'm just like, what the shit? But on my thoughts with the human villain, because I think we all agree that he's basically the human villain for this movie, because there's something I am annoyed with what he wants, and that is, he wants to, I want to say that he wants to have these raptors go on, basically, actually, you know what, it's clear what his motive is. He wants to weaponize dinosaurs, and I think that's pretty clear. All the human bad guys want to weaponize dinosaurs, and that is a nitpick. I think I could agree. Actually, that's something I could agree with everyone that no one does not want, especially 3C films. Yeah, we could see weaponized dinosaurs in another franchise or something, but for Jurassic Park, no. No, I don't even know what's worse. Either weaponizing them or selling dinosaurs, which I'm gonna mention that in my Fallen Kingdom review. But yeah, I was just annoyed with the human villain, mainly because he wanted this all to happen, where he could use the raptors to go hunt down the Indominus, which, guess what? That thing is part T-Rex, but part raptor. Cool plot twist there. But I am glad he got eaten by one of those T-Rexes. I think we can all agree that we can enjoy seeing these human bad guys in these Jurassic World movies along with Jurassic Park movies, get eaten by the dinosaur. Which, speaking about, you know, the raptors, rest in peace to Delta, Charlie, and Echo. I still feel bad that they were killed to this day. But I think we can all agree that our favorite raptor is definitely blue, which blue happens to be my favorite color. I'm even wearing blue. This was not on purpose. I'm technically wearing my PJs. And you pretty much have seen my armpits a couple of times. Why am I bringing that up? Forget that I said that, but still. Blue is, blue is definitely a favorite dinosaur of mine in the Jurassic World movies. Probably, like I said, it's probably because he's blue, and my favorite color happens to be blue. And like I said, this was not done on purpose. This is my PJs. I do not need to mention that for the second time. But yeah, I do like the Raptors in this movie, and then you will like them a lot more with Fallen Kingdom once you see those flashbacks when Owen Grady was training them. Because I feel like, can we get more scenes with Owen Grady? I would like to see like a short movie, basically a mini movie of Owen Grady training these dinosaurs. I would like to see how he's been doing with these dinosaurs. Because I guess that's another thing I like about Jurassic World is that that Owen Grady trains raptors, even though they're not fully controllable, because as soon as someone accidentally gets in the cage, as he just accidentally flips over, as he's trying to catch the pig, he flips over and it's dropped in the cage. Owen Grady decides to do something stupid and just go into the cage, try to just this is something I do like, just try to stay down, hey. I don't have a clipper thing. I don't even know what that is. I still question what the hell that thing he's got. What is that exactly? But yeah, I do like how he trains raptors and that they're not controllable. Because as soon as he calms them down, he then dips and the raptors immediately grab him, which means they're not fully controllable. But still, I do like that he basically. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I like how he has a human bond relationship between these raptors. But since I mentioned one of my nitpicks about the human villain, let's talk about my other nitpicks with Jurassic World, and that happens to do with, I guess, plot holes. I don't know what plot holes are exactly. I have to Google that. But I guess one of them has to do with the parents getting divorced in this movie. That's something I kind of found out while watching this movie. That's something I understood. I didn't notice anything up with the parents in Jurassic World as I watched this, except I thought that Claire was I thought that the mom was just basically what I thought was that Claire's mom was the same mom, which would be Zach and Gray's mom, because the way she said, "Bye, Mom." I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. Well, the first saying that, "Bye, Mom," I figured that, wait, is Claire a big sister to Zach and Gray? But no, they're both sisters, you know. I'm sorry, I was stupid as a time. I probably shouldn't say that, but still, I didn't understand much back then, but now I understand a lot more, so that was a dumb thought I had back as a kid. But still, though, I can agree with everyone that I think that, I'll agree with 3C Films. I think that's completely unnecessary just to have a plot hole about the parents' divorce in this movie, because what we could have had was the boys try to get back along together, as, they're basically distancing over, you know, one's going to college, and he's interested in other girls, but speaking about that, this always bugs me to this day, and that, because in the beginning of the movie, he's technically got a girlfriend, Zach, and he's just, and throughout the movie, not the entirety, he's just staring at other girls, and I'm just like, you ain't gonna cheat on your girlfriend, are you? It just always bugs me, but we should all thank for Gray just saying this. Are you gonna keep staring at those girls? And it's just always funny to me when he's just like, thanks, man, you're welcome. Cause it just always bugs me to this day. But I don't know if this is confirmed or anything, but I think that parents didn't get a divorce because in the end they're holding hands looking for their boys, but also Claire, because they're all on the island. So I think they were still together. They didn't get divorced because they were concerned about their sons. They're like, oh God, please tell me they got off the island. So I think what could have happened was that you try to get these two to get back together or something. I forgot what's the saying of it, but just, you know what, it's better if I just show you a clip, I guess, with these films.
I think the movie should have kept it as simple as these two brothers are just growing apart. One is now interested in girls, while the other one is still young and excited by dinosaurs. And with the brother coming close to leaving for college, this trip kind of helps rekindle their relationship and grow a brotherly bond, while the divorce subplot just seems so extra, especially since it looks like these characters are never going to return, even with their connection to one of the leading stars of the series.
Also, I was wondering how they're going to be able to kill off the Indominus Rex and just, yeah, easy peasy. You let the big dino fish, sorry for not knowing, actually, is it the Mosasaurus? I think it's called the Mosasaurus. Basically have the Mosasaurus eat the sucker. But speaking about that, the final battle was pretty dope, by the way. Anyways, with that being said, those are my thoughts with Jurassic World, and here's something I should mention right off the bat. I think it is as good as the first one, so I may have it higher up on my list. Not that it was anywhere lower. If anything, my original list for these Jurassic World movies was going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because each movie gets better and better. And yeah, you feel free to be pissed at me for considering Jurassic Park can be the bottom of the list. Not as the worst movie, but that I enjoyed it, but each movie, as we get a new one, gets better. But now that I'm older and I guess a little mature or something, I do have a list that I think should be well balanced or something. But you shall see once I make a ranking video sometime today or most likely tomorrow, now that I think about it. Because editing this video is going to probably take me an hour or two. I don't know. That depends if I'm getting distracted or not. But with my rating, I am going to give it a 9 out of 10. I would give it a 9. I would give it a 10 out of 10. But I always give every movie I see, I always give it a 10 out of 10, depending if I enjoyed it or not. And I'm trying to be fair with, with my ratings. So, like, I would give this a 10 out of 10, but I'm going to try to be fair and just give it a 9 out of 10. Not because, like, just I gave too many movies 10 out of 10. There are some stuff in here that kind of didn't work for me, but I still enjoyed this, and I'll give it a 9 out of 10. But be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below, what you enjoyed from watching Jurassic World, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I guess is the worst Jurassic Park movie in the franchise according to Jurassic World fans? I shall be the judge of that, but as always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace out.